Welcome to the Contractors Secret Weapon Radio Podcast, the show dedicated to helping contractors, remodelers, painters, roofers, and others in the construction industry gain an unfair advantage over their competition. Get ready for some inspiration, some encouragement, some proven business building strategies, and a couple of new ideas that can take your business to the next level and beyond. And now, broadcasting from the Contractors Secret Weapon Studio, it's Pete Mitchell and Dave Negri.
Hey, this is Dave Negri with Contractors Secret Weapon. Another great day for you guys.
And this is Pete Mitchell with Contractors Secret Weapon, and it's another great day for me.
For you. That's awesome. Hey, every day is a great day. I mean, it all depends on where you're looking from.
Yeah, it's always good. I actually just got back from Phoenix. I was out there for a Genius Network event. I'm sure you know what that is.
Oh, yeah. Were you out there 3 days?
Yeah, I drove out there on Wednesday and didn't want to stay the night Friday night. So after we were done, I tore out of there. I was like, I'm driving home. And it's only about, 5.5 hours or so. So I was like, I want home. I'm done.
You mean you could have spent the night with Martin, couldn't you?
I saw him Wednesday night.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, so we got together, had dinner Wednesday night, and that's why I was like, okay, I can leave now. It's Friday. I'm done.
So you spent a whole 3 days there, and then you just left? That's a long day.
Really, I spent... Thursday was a whole day there. I mean, I got in... I got to be careful what I say on this public podcast. I got in Friday at 4:30, had to do some shopping that I can't do in my current locale.
Okay, I understand.
Are you picking up what I'm throwing down?
Podcast, it's fun.
Yeah. And then...
and you got to sneak it across the border, right?
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't have to sneak anything. I don't know what you're talking about. Then I had dinner with Martin. Was in meetings all day Thursday for the Genius Network. They do everything. They feed you breakfast, lunch, dinner on Thursday, so you're with all of them.
Well, for that price, they oughta. Really.
Yeah, I know, right? For those of you who don't know, Genius Network, it's a $25,000 a year mastermind group with literally some of the biggest names in business in there.
Right.
I mean, I was sitting right next to the 1-800 junk guy or whatever, 1-800-GOT-JUNK, whatever the name of his company was before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was sitting next to him. He's a longtime member, and yeah. So I mean, it was actually really, really good. In fact, that's why at the beginning of our call today, I told you, hey man, I got plenty of topics. How
many people were there?
60, maybe 60, 65.
60?
Something like that. The big annual event is coming up in 3 weeks, so I got to go back out there for that.
Okay,
and
you'll
that'll
do
have
250, won't there?
No, probably closer to 400 at that.
400,
because that's the big annual
guys,
event.
Thinking about this, 400 people in a mastermind, 25,000 a year.
Right. Yep.
So how much are we going to charge for ours?
Well, we're going to charge $24,999. We're saving you money. I don't want to be low priced, but I do want to be a deal.
And we'll even pay for your hotel room.
Woo! So yeah, I mean, it was this. As you know, I went to the first one I went to was in May, and wasn't able to get back there until now. But this one blew the doors off of May's. I mean, I got just a notebook full of tons of notes, and I mean, it was excellent. It was excellent. I was walking out of there going, okay, I got my probably $1 million idea that I'll implement.
And I know that's one of Joe's prerequisites too. If you're going to pay $25,000 to go to the mastermind, if you can't at least make $250,000 within the next year, you cannot come back.
Yep, you're not invited back.
Right.
An additional $250,000 off of what you learned in the mastermind.
Right.
You're not allowed to come back. Yep. Yeah. So it was good. It was good. I mean, that's why Friday I'm literally 5 o'clock and they're still everyone hates to leave, right? And I'm like, dude, I want to hit the road, man. I am full. I am topped off on ideas. I can't hold another idea. It's just going to be overwhelmed. Got to hit the road. So even though I paid for another night in the hotel, technically Airbnb, I was like, I don't care, man. Hitting the road, going home.
Yeah.
So
no, I don't blame you.
Yeah. Yeah. I tell you, that drive from Phoenix to where I live in Southern California, it is practically straight and there is nothing. Like, it is just desert for 400 miles.
Get it up to?
Well, I try not to go faster than like 105, maybe every once in a while up to 110. Okay. But I'm too afraid of getting pulled over by a cop and then losing my I got a concealed carry permit in California, man. Right. They look for any excuse to take that away. So they would say, well, going 110, you've been shown to be irresponsible. So I usually only go up there when I'm like trying to pass somebody because they're going too slow. Otherwise, I try to stick within about 10, at the most 15 miles over the speed limit. That's my safe zone. I figure I can justify that to the CCW people.
Sure. Yeah. I 10 miles. I saw a bird fly in front of me.
Dude, I'm in the desert. I'm going 10 miles over. Come on.
I'm trying to catch the Roadrunner.
Yeah. I mean, and what's funny, man, as soon as you hit that Arizona border, first of all, it drops down immediately 5 miles an hour speed limit. And there are just cops everywhere. Like, that they are just writing tickets. Like, that's what they do. Everyone coming over from California, write them a ticket. So you gotta pay attention. And I don't want to fly because I need to do some shopping when I was out there.
Well, absolutely, I understand that.
So I couldn't. I can't fly. But good times.
Those things that you just can't get locally. That's all.
Yeah, they're hard to find items.
Yeah,
that's what we're gonna call them. Hard to find items.
Yeah.
But
cool.
Yeah, it was good.
So I had a fun week last week, and I love it when I go through an ordeal that will give us content for this podcast. So I'm gonna dedicate this podcast to my insurance agent.
Oh, nice.
And we're going to name it Waymish, Waymish. And it's, I'm looking at the book right now, and basically that's the title of the book, Waymish, Waymish. Why are you making it so hard for me to give you my money?
Yes.
And it really torques me off sometimes. But last week was the epitome of, why you already have my business? Why are you making it so hard for me to continue to do business with you? This is basically what it is. So I have a new friend. We've been having lunch together for the last month or two, and just a neat Christian guy, insurance agent. So I said, listen, my insurance is coming up. Let me, give you an opportunity to, give me a price on my homeowners, because I know that I haven't checked on anything in the past few years. Dumb me. I had a bunch of, remodel work done, and I never raised, the coverage. So, he had his girl give us a call, and she was awesome. And so we need to raise our rates. It's about $60,000 worth of insurance. And so bingo, right? I mean, they wanted the business. They were there. And then something happened. I have sinkhole insurance. In Florida, a lot of places, you cannot get sinkhole insurance anymore. But there's a catastrophe. If your house falls into the hole, they pay for it, but they don't pay for cracks and stuff like that anymore. Hold on a second. So she gives me all that, and then she apologizes that they messed her up and that she had to go to another carrier to find out. And it was about $200 within my policy that I have now, but it was going to cost me $150 because my roof is 15 years old, and I needed to get a like an inspection, they would certify it that it was still good. That's the only way they would write the insurance, and that's fine, But so I figured, well, let me call my insurance agent. They've already got my policy, and I called her and I said, hey, this is what I need. I need to increase my policy, another $50,000, and everything go according with it. Can you send me a quote? I'll do it in 24 hours. 24, 48, 72. 4 days later, I give her a call, and I said, did I give you the right email address? Oh, you did. I'm so sorry. I've been slammed. I will have it to you in a couple hours. All right. Send it to me. So I check my email. And it's... Here's what the email said. Your policy is going up $215 for the coverage, and here's a signature page. And I'm going, that's not good enough. I want to know what I'm getting.
Right.
It's just send me a detailed quote of what I'm getting. And she says, well, I can't do that. We can't do that. And I spent 3 days going back and forth with her. And I said, then she sends me a packet, and I'm looking at it, and I'm going, this is last year's policy. So I email her back, and I say, hey, you sent me, I asked you for a detailed quote. You sent me last year's policy. I said, can we do this over again? Because you're not giving me what I want. Oh, I just gave that to you so you'd know what it would look like. Well, I already know what it looks like. I got a copy.
Yeah, I got that last year.
Now I got 2 copies. So I'm going, why can everyone else give me what I want? They want my business. You got it. Why don't you want to keep it? So then I sent that email out, and I'm thinking. So I send her, in about 10 minutes, I send her back another email. I says, to save time, the next time, save your client time and yourself time and the both of us aggravation. And it would have been simple to say, we're updating your original policy. We're just raising it to another $50,000 worth of coverage. Everything else stays exactly as it is, but the others, go up accordingly. So you keep your sinkhole insurance. Everything's the same. It's the same policy. We're just going to update it.
Right.
And I would have said, great, do it. But it's been almost 2 weeks. So how many times? And by the time I got through, it was only $215 more than the other guy's insurance going through. So I'm going, it's already in process. It's already being taken out. And at this point, I didn't need any more aggravation. But
right. Yeah.
How many times do you get somebody that is just, for some stupid reason, it's hard for you to do business with them?
Now, here's a question for you. Was she the agent, or did she work for the agent?
She worked for the agent.
So part of the problem...
The other girl who worked for the agent was superb.
But see, part of the problem is... And this is, I think, what every employer has with their employees, especially in the contracting world. Employees need to realize, and that means you need to be very specific about it and help them realize by telling them, yes, it is my signature on the check. However, the customer is who's paying your salary. Right. See, the way we treat our employers... completely different than the way we might just treat, people who, like in your case, call in. But if she had this clear connection in her head, hey, wait a second, Dave is paying me my salary, things take a different,
absolutely.
a different attitude. Everything is different.
I know, it's crazy. So I've got the book in front of me, and what I'm going to do is for anybody. For the first 7 people that email me or email us at info@Contractors Secret Weapon, first 7 guys, You give me all your information, your name, your telephone number, your address, and your email, and I will send you a book. However, if you don't put all the information in there, don't expect a book for the first 7 guys, because I'm not going to email you back and say, oh, you missed this.
And that's info@contractorsecretweapon.com.
So this is an excellent book. And anytime that we as business owners have a problem with customer service, it's our fault.
Right.
It's always it's our expectations. We just don't pass them on. But this book is a great training tool. It'll give you some really dumb things that people have done and some awesome things that some companies have done. It's a collection about stories about stupid customer service mistakes, and then on customer service excellence. It's a training book reported in a storytelling style, and it's awesome, and it's Waymish, Waymish, and it's kind of funny because there's some super duper stories in here. One is about a guy. He walks and he runs one of those inventory companies, and he walks into a big box store, and he walks up to a guy and he goes, I need those 2-step ladders, because these people are always stepping up and down, up and down. And he said, I need a lot of them. Aisle 8. He walks away and he goes, so it goes to the manager. And he goes to the manager, he goes, hey, I need to get some 2-step ladders. I need to buy a lot of them. Matter of fact, I want 100. Guy goes, aisle 8. He goes, no, you don't understand. I want to buy 100. I want a discount. We don't give discounts. You don't have to touch them. Just order them on pallets. I'll back up my truck. No, we don't give discounts.
Huh.
I know. Too busy doing your job, not thinking about how to make money for the owner. So sometimes you wonder, how do people stay in business?
Well, I think that's why some people don't stay in business.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely not thinking that through.
I know. Here's an interesting thing. How about giving a reward for the return of lost customers?
How would you do the reward?
Offer them something special. Hey, we haven't seen you in a long time. We're missing you.
Yeah.
If we did something wrong, let us fix it. But we'd really like you back.
Yeah.
I mean, a phone call, whatever the case may be, a phone call, a postcard. Well, if you're gonna send mail, you need to do 3. Because the first one's gonna get thrown away. They're never gonna see it.
Right.
Here's one about the Carlisle Hotel, and they're, high-end hotel in New York City, very high-end hotel. Guy's in a business meeting, and he wants to watch a show at 10 o'clock. I think it's a baseball game, game or something like that. And the concierge guys know it, and so he's in the meeting, and he's trying to get out. And the concierge guys walks over to him and he goes, Mr. Jones, I just want to let you know that I've recorded your program so you can play it later when you get back.
Say that again? I'm trying to follow what happened.
The guy wanted to get back to his room so that he could watch a baseball game.
Okay.
But he couldn't get out of the meeting. It was like a late dinner meeting, and he thought it would be short. So the concierge guy knew, and he recorded the program for him and told him that he'd have it for him when he get back to his room.
Yeah.
That's customer service.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And okay, same Carlisle Hotel. Lady gets into her room. She has a 2-bedroom. She wants a 3-bedroom, but she doesn't want to move out of her room. So she goes out to dinner, so they cut a hole in the wall and put a door in it for her.
Okay. That's one way.
Hey, well, it's all about, it's funny when there's a sort of like dumb things, but they're not. Because each little thing that you do for your customer is remembered.
Right.
And every time it's remembered, it's dollars added on to the future.
Right. Yeah.
Which we don't think about. Most people are thinking about, well, we got the customer today.
Right.
And we're going to take the money today. But what about next week, next year, the next 10 years? That's where the real value is in the customer. It's not today's money. Today's just pays the bills. Tomorrow's pays for the future.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah.
But it's an awesome book. It's worth reading. I've got notes in this all over the place. I forgot how long ago, but every time. It says, the magic touches are like fairy dust. Hard to believe, but all important to the believers. So it's one of my pet peeves every once in a while. I'll just say, if I get somebody frustrates me, tar on me, I'll just say, why are you making it so hard for me to give you my money?
I know. It is. It's very frustrating because I can't tell you how many times I've had that happen to me as well. Yeah. I'm like, seriously? I want to give you my money. Like, why is this so difficult? And that's why I lose my patience with some, and I just won't give them my money.
Right.
Because you're making it too difficult.
Where, no, this is ridiculous. I wanted it, but you don't want my money.
Yeah.
I want to do business with people who want to do business with me.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of people that that I've done business with, and they go, because of some of the things that I do in the beginning to get business, and they'll go, the reason we did business with you is because we felt like you wanted to do business with us. I did. That's why I sent you a thank you card for having me over.
Yeah.
So boy, it would be nice if business was cut and dry. I think too many business owners think of their business as a job, and they just go in every day and out every day and just hope that the money comes in and the business comes in. And I know that our listeners aren't those types of people because they listen to the podcast, and I know that ours is not the only one because they're looking to actually make things better.
Right. Yep.
But it's just fun to watch.
You have to be willing to take action. Yeah. And most people just aren't willing to take the action. And like you just said, I mean, and I think there's training that needs to be done. Like your staff needs to understand.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Look, clients are the most important thing. In fact, one of the things that they discussed at the thing I was at this last week was your company culture, and how most of the time it's usually the CEO at the top trying to tell everyone, well, this is what we want for our culture, but it's not really the company culture. And so, this guy who's there, he does basically the creative, the artwork that you display on your walls that kind of demonstrates your company culture. And the Genius Network's run by a guy by the name of Joe Polish. And Joe Polish has this wall with all of these, all that artwork. In fact, it's the same company, same guy who did it for him. But like you walk in there, and as a client of his, right, as someone who's given him $25,000, I know their company culture because it's literally all over their walls. And when I talk to their his staff, like that comes through. The value that I bring to them comes through when they talk to me. And most companies, that's not how it feels. I mean, most companies, the boss is a jerk to the employee, and you expect the employee to somehow be nice to the customer when they got to deal with you all day.
Right. You can write your company culture down, and you can say, this is what our company culture is, but your company culture comes through osmosis.
Yeah.
It's an extension of who you are as an owner. So, yeah, and everyone is emulating you. It's like, we've taught parenting classes, and the kids, parents will come, well, our kids are doing this. And are they saying this? I said, oh, you need to go home and look in the mirror. Because they're getting it from somewhere.
Yep.
So if you got, havoc being raised by your customer service and things aren't going the way you think they should be going, then you need to really take a look at what you expect and what you as a business owner permeate.
Yeah.
So that's when, okay, I'm going to brag a little. My wife and my daughter have excellent employees. And one of the things that they've never done is they've never hired out of need. Like, I need somebody today.
Right.
They would rather wait and ultimately, and they'll pray about it too and everything, but they hire out of what will we need in the future. We're hiring today for this job, but we want them to be able to go somewhere else in the company.
Right. Right.
And so they have a great team, but they have a great culture because of who they are, what they expect, and they don't expect anything different from their employees, but their employees see everything that they do. They're very transparent on how they treat their clients, how they treat their employees, and so their employees know the osmosis comes through. This is how we need to treat the customers because this is what's expected, but this is how the bosses do it too.
Right. Yep.
So there's not any culture written down, but there is one because there's everyone everywhere. But here's an interesting thing. So I was probably about 6 or 7 months ago, they usually do a monthly meeting. So Valerie gets the ideas. Well, I'm going to let each one of the employees do the meeting. What's important to them in the job? And they've all been stellar. Just things that you want to say and do, but because you're the boss, you're going, are they going to go for it? But, right. The one was, positive attitude. We need to be positive with each other. There was one about taking responsibility. One of the girls did one on, we need to be responsible for the actions that we do, how we talk to people, how do we talk to each other. And they're going, that's awesome that they're taking ownership. The employees are.
Right.
So that's really cool. So, so it goes back, like you said, it goes back to culture. And so if you're having a challenge within your company, then you need to take a look at the top and find out, okay, what do I need to change to be better? And you may need to ask somebody that too.
Yeah.
Be willing for the answer. That's why I think masterminds are great. Because then you can get away with, having people talk to you, and get to know you and really call you out and say, you say this one thing, but this is not really how you're acting.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. And that's, one of the reasons too, that you and I are putting together some stuff and we'll be announcing it shortly. Because you got to be in that environment. And sometimes having other people who are further up the path than you, being able to share in that kind of environment, being able to hear what they're going through in their business and all that type of stuff. I mean, that's where it all pays off, man. That's how it works. So.
Yeah, because being an owner of a business is one is the loneliest number.
Yeah, exactly. completely.
For sure.
Yeah. Well,
So
cool.
just a reminder, first 7 who email us at info@Contractors Secret Weapon. Give me their name, their telephone number, their address, and their email. I will send you out this book, Wamish. And I'll tell you, I'm cheap, so they're probably going to be used, but you'll get it.
But I promise the words won't be any different.
They won't be any different. And maybe somebody will have marked it up a little and said, hey, these are important.
Yeah, these are the
They
important
need your
pieces.
attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. Well, sounds good, everybody. And we'll be back next week with another great episode. Take care,
Awesome.
everybody.
See y'all later.